Good morning, everybody, and happy Friday to you. I hope you are set up to have an amazing day. And if you're not, if you need some joy in your life, I encourage you to join us now. It is Fun Friday on Project Joy Live. Here we go. Good morning, everybody, and happy Friday to you. It is Friday, April 26th, 2024, and it is officially Fun Friday. I want to invite you today to head to projectjoylive.com, projectjoylive.com, and you can actually join us live on air today. We've already got a good friend waiting in the wings, as they say, to join us live on air today. But this show, any of the Fun Friday shows are all about you. I want to hear about what's bringing you joy today. You can come on and just say hi and then go right off, and I'll be like, what happened? But it'll still be funny, and it'll be a great way to get some laughter in for the day. I'm your host, Jessica Dugas, and this is Project Joy Live, your triple shot of good vibes every Monday, Wednesday, Friday at 9 a.m. Eastern Time, only on the Breakthrough Show Network. So we've got a good show planned for you today, and I want to tell you about it right now in the morning brew. Sometimes I feel that. I hear that yawn and I feel it. I feel it. It's happening. We're gonna have a moment of compassion starting us off this morning. And I'm gonna bring somebody's behind the scenes. I'm gonna bring her on for this because I'm not gonna be the only one to handle this moment of compassion today. It is not happening. So I'll be bringing her on for that. And then we're going to celebrate today. We're going to talk about some of our national holidays. We're going to talk about things that are bringing us joy today. We've got birthdays to celebrate, and it's an incredible day on the Breakthrough Show Network. So I'm going to tell you all about what's happening within our network and community this week. Miss Danielle is joining us this morning. You know, bring me joy, Danielle, if you go to projectjoylive.com and join us live in air because Brittany's here. Oh, shit, I let the cat out of the bag. There it is. Brittany's here behind the scenes. And I think you should join us too. Projectjoylive.com. Click the join live button and join us live on air. Be a troll with me today. It'll be great and wonderful. I love it. Okay, so listen, I wanna bring on my friend. This Brandon Croucher's here this morning, everybody. Yeah, I did. I let the cat out of the bag. I want to let another cat out of the bag, Brandon, but I don't see you there. So I'm gonna let it slide for another 15 minutes and then I'm gonna have my words. I'm gonna all right, listen. I want to get to our moment of compassion, but I also I love when we have people visit us on our show. And, you saw her on Wednesday, but I need somebody to do this moment of compassion with. So I'm going to bring her on now. Here we go.
It's Brittany, bitch.
It's seriously never gets old. It never
See,
gets
twice this week, I got to hear that. Twice this week. It makes my whole life. It's Brittany Floyd, everybody. Somebody turned off my button.
Oh.
Let's try this again. It's Brittany Floyd, everybody. Somebody shut off my button. Somebody is being grounded today. Okay, so let's before we go into this moment of compassion, what is bringing you joy this morning?
Well, Well, the fact of the is that Jessica this morning decided to put her foot.
I don't know what you're
And
talking
forced
about.
me with her spoiledness. It pushed me right off the ledge. That's what's bringing me joy this morning. It actually, it's the boost that I really truly needed.
Yes, it's happening. It's happening. Listen, we never know what's going on over here. Listen, okay, you know what? We needed somebody else is gonna get another gut punch this morning as well, because it can't just be us. It can't just be us. I see Miss Danielle here this morning. Good morning. I don't know what to do.
Oh, there we go. Good morning.
Good morning.
I was muted.
It's okay. It's all right. Okay, so what is bringing you the joy this morning, Danielle?
Oh, goodness. I'm up. I had some coffee. I don't know. That's it.
That's great.
Craziness right now.
It is craziness. Okay, so we're gonna have you guys join us for a moment of compassion this morning, because this one, I'm not taking this one alone. Okay, I'm not taking it alone. Here we go. All right, so we've been going through these different compassion teachings on the show, and we're on card number 12. We're plugging along. There's 50 something cards, and we're on card number 12. So I feel like we're plugging along. We're learning. These are teachings for awakening the heart in everyday life, compassionate teachings from Pema Chodron, who is an American Buddhist nun. And this today, number 12, the card says, drive all blames into one. Drive all blames into one. Now you might start knowing where we're going with this, but we'll read the commentary here. So this is advice on how to work with your fellow beings. Who doesn't need advice on that? Because sometimes fellow beings are hard to work with, right? All right. Everyone is looking for someone to blame. And therefore, aggression and neurosis keep expanding. Instead, pause and look at what's happening with you. When you hold on so tightly to your view of what they did, you get hooked. Your own self righteousness causes you to get all worked up and to suffer. So work on cooling that reactivity rather than escalating it. This approach reduces suffering, yours and everyone else's.
Wow.
I was just going to let it be y'all's show.
Yeah.
Okay, so we know that situations with other people, sometimes people refer to as a mirror, about how it's really reflecting back our own things. And I'm going to admit something to you ladies today. When I first heard of that, sort of analogy of the mirror, I didn't like how that felt at all, because sometimes we will see a behavior in somebody that we're like, absolutely not. No. And so I'm thinking to myself, that the first way I took that was, I don't do that, so how is it a mirror? But sometimes I think the mirror reflection can be about what we don't want to see in our own lives, or even just the way that we're processing what we see, which is what this card is talking about here. I mean, how often do we like, we see something we don't like, and then we spiral. We sit there and we some of us may message each other and be like, so let me give you the tea. And then we marinate on the tea for a while, and it just keeps spiraling.
Yeah, I just literally, when you first said that, the first thing that came to my mind was a situation that I was in a couple of years ago, and I allowed that that their reactions to for me to suffer for them, because that's all I could focus on was their reactions to things, and it wasn't matching up what I needed. And here, turn around, what I really needed to do was give myself that love and give myself, and it was a that was a real gut punch. Yeah, you're muted, Jessica.
Yeah, I didn't hear what you.
I'm out today. What do you think, Danielle?
Excuse me. Uh, when you're talking about the mirror thing, I've heard that like a while back. Sometimes it crosses my mind when certain people, I just get irritated by them. Just right away, I'm like, this person's irritating me. The
Walk
minute
in
they
the
open their
room
mouth,
irritated.
yeah, and like I wish I had a mute button for them. Like I just can't. And then I'll think about it, and I'm like, oh, what is it about them? Does it have to do with me more than them? And then I start thinking about it. And then that's when I get like irritated even more because
There she goes down the rabbit hole.
Yeah.
You know, it's funny because as soon as you said, it's like they walk in the room and I just get aggravated. Somebody just popped on the screen.
What brings me joy is my morning joint that I didn't know I was going to be getting showing and everything.
All right, Brandon, we'll see you in a minute. Here we go.
oh Lord Jesus.
Listen, there's so much that brings me joy today. We're cutting up on the show today, but yeah, like I have felt that too, like of the just when somebody walks in, or when I see somebody, or when I hear a name, like, you know how some people will, like, we do this with astrological signs too. Somebody will say a certain astrological sign, like Scorpio, something like that, and you feel some kind of way about it. Or they'll say like a name, like, you know, they'll be like Brandon, and you'll be like, God, there goes, you know, there goes
Mhm.
there we go down the hill. But it's, you know, I think we do have to ask ourselves, what is this about? And where is
Mm,
this coming from? And why, and who does this belong to? And so I think that that mirror is important because to me, the mirror means take time to process this. Like, think
Yeah,
about it. Go
that
down
can
the rabbit
hurt your
hole.
head trying to process it.
Yeah. Yeah.
yeah.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Well, listen, I want are you raising your hand in the back? Do you have a question? Do you have a comment? Okay. Okay.
So I just wanted to
Brandon
agree with.
Croucher, everybody.
I was raising my hand so she'd know I was here again.
Okay. Okay.
No, I was agreeing. I think that the biggest thing that a lot of people do is they focus on something. Like, I'm going to give a really fun example, and this
Okay.
just happened. All right. So yesterday was my actual birthday, and I didn't get a single message from a friend. My mom, my dad, my sisters, stuff like that. And that really hurt. And I spent the whole day going, well, what the F, man? Why don't these people, like, I like them, I save their birthdays, I appreciate them, I send them messages, I do stuff. But then at the end of the day, I sat down and I really was writing in my journal, and I realized I put more effort into wanting them to like me than I should have. Just because I wish them a happy birthday, just because I wish them something good, that's great. But what the F does that have to do with them liking me and doing it back? It shouldn't. Like, just because I give you like a good energy doesn't mean you're going to reciprocate it, and I shouldn't just expect it. So for me, it's been a growth experience of learning, like, you're gonna be okay. Not everybody's gonna like you. And at the end of the day, the people that are gonna remember you will remember you. And they'll say happy birthday to, they'll say, hey, I hope you're doing okay, when they see a weird post, to, hey, you look good today. I just wanted you to know. You know what I mean? I send Jessica that at least once a week to tell Phil.
He does. He's like, Go find the Big D and give him a great which I don't know if you saw. Bryn, did you see that the Big D was on the show on Monday for his birthday?
No, but I saw
Yes.
the Facebook post when I already missed. I know you texted me this morning. Where you want to be on the breakthrough? You want to be on Project Joy? And I'm like, sure. What time do you want me on? Thinking there's a time frame. No, you know what she wants me just to show up and expect me to know that. I'm like, oh, okay. I got you. I'll just show
Well,
up.
listen, the reason why I wanted you to come on is because of what you're just talking about, actually, with your birthday. Because first of all, the Project Joy Live was not on the air yesterday. We're only on Monday, Wednesday, Friday. So I can't include you in my birthday segment on the day that I'm not on the air.
Touche.
Okay.
And you
Okay.
are one of the ones that do remember me and always say happy birthday. She usually has one of her 17 kids in the background saying something as well. I mean, I
Well,
love Jessica. That's why when she
listen.
says show up, I show up.
Well, and because according to Brittany this morning, I'm spoiled. So,
Yes.
I don't think I'm spoiled. I just think I'm a really good salesperson. If you don't come on, we can't be friends.
So you hold friendship as that was
No.
what this all entailed?
Well, look at so going back to the birthday thing, as you mentioned, I have 956 children. So I barely remember them. I put everything on my calendar. So that's why when it's birthday time, I depend on Facebook to be like, tell me whose birthday it is, because I already have 956 children. If you do the math, that's like 3 kids per day on my calendar.
It is. That's
It is. It worked out. Danielle, I need to know how the chickens are this morning.
yeah,
Girl,
Danielle,
I was
chickens
just
love that.
in there. I didn't want you to hear the little roosters are starting to cock-a-doodle-doo now. So like
many
all
do
the
you have?
time.
How many do you have? Brandon wants to know.
13.
Chickens?
Yeah.
That's awesome. Do they all do? I learned recently that chickens do like 1 egg per day, like on
They haven't
average.
started laying yet. They're still too young. Yeah.
Oh,
Your babies.
I take care of some houses and help people, and I'll tell you what, the houses that have farms that have chickens that are like, hey, eggs. Those eggs taste so much better than anything you're gonna get in a store.
Absolutely.
So much better. I'm proud of you, Danielle. Keep doing that stuff. I
I
don't
just
remember if
like
I'm allowed
that
to swear
they-
or shit on here.
Well, I mean, we've already done enough on today's episode.
I mean, I'm smoking a joint when you bring me in, and I'm sitting here going, God bless America. I'm like, at least I'm like
Listen.
honest with it.
It is what it is. It is what it is. It's 420.
I'm in a legal state. I am
am
that
too.
counts.
We are too.
Yeah.
So,
So,
well then, wait, are you as well, Brittany? Are you in a legal state? Your last name's Floyd, so Pink Floyd. We're going with that. You have the lips behind you like Pink Floyd. We're gonna stick with that. All right.
Okay.
All right. So go ahead, Josh.
listen, I don't even know what I was gonna say anymore. The chickens. I live for the fact that that the chickens basically took the place of Danielle's husband for a little while in the bedroom because they had to sleep somewhere warm, and so they're like in their their little coop thing in the bedroom. And now that we've spent some time with Miguel, like I know that he must have been like not happy about the chicken situation. And
I don't blame him.
I want you to know, you would be so proud of me the other day because in the vegan group popped up a post about someone who needed to get rid of or to rehome a goat. And I immediately thought of you. And I was like, I need to message this. But I want to talk about, because this speaks to good friends. This is what friends do. Okay. When your best friend wants a goat, you tell her husband that she deserves a goat.
Right.
Tell her husband that
And
she
that's
needs
what it
help.
is. And so yesterday, Wednesday on the show,
This is a cool.
we had a
So wait, I'm sorry. I got to clarify something for the viewing audience. So Danielle kicked her husband Miguel out of the bed just so some other cocks can come
Not
in.
the
You know what I
bed.
mean?
Oh Lord.
not the bed, the bedroom. The
You're kicking
bedroom.
him out of the whole bedroom so these chickens can have a place to sleep. Put a warm blanket and a light on.
You don't
And then when you get-
understand. I have a zoo in my house. I have cats. I have dogs. Like that was the safest
zoo.
space for them away from the
Okay.
other animals when they were tiny.
Now, then my next question is, if you have a farm, where's the goat going to go? And what would you name it? Because the goats I take care of have amazing names like Billy Ray Cyrus and Molly Cyrus, like mom and dad. Or
Probably
dad
like
and dog.
Post Malone or something. Yeah, I would give
That's
it a
cool. We got to tattoo them. We got to tattoo
one of
them
my
right on the face.
chickens. One of my chickens is named Chicky Minaj.
Yes,
We're
I
here
love
for
the
that.
name. I love the name. Yeah, I noticed Jessica's buttons don't work today either. She's grounding someone from what I
Oh,
understand.
well, because they turned off. Danielle is the one that got me my hype button, and this one, my thank you button, does not have an off switch. This one, it just it works.
Oh.
This one has an off button, and I think what I recall now that I'm waking up, because it's happening. Now that I'm waking up, Sky kept pushing this button yesterday, and I think Nina shut it off because as she was sitting here
That's
working,
funny.
and I think she shut it off. But this one has an off button, and so I went to go push it. I was very upset, but now it works.
So could the goat be Post Magoat?
Yeah, that's a good one. Maybe.
I mean, off the top of my head, Jessica, why don't you have a goat? And Brent Floyd, why don't you have a goat?
Well,
Well, I'm renting right now, but I
that
still.
I
sounds
am
like the
too.
perfect reason
Yeah.
to have a goat.
Mhm. To have a goat, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, see, let's get back on topic about friendship.
sorry, my bad.
We got to get back on topic about friendship, because this is what friends are supposed to do. When your best friend wants something, you go let her husband know that that's what she deserves, and that's
Yep.
the right thing, right? So
Sure.
Monday, Philip was on the show, and then Wednesday, Brittany was on the show, and it was also on Wednesday. It was New Kids on the Block Day, 35 years since the governor of Massachusetts named it New Kids on the Block Day. And so I was like, we are on a mission today. I need
Did not know
everybody to message my husband, bat your eyes at him, tell him what a beautiful job he did on the show on Monday and how you'd really
Okay.
like to see him again. And while we're here, your wife really deserves New Kids on the Block tickets. Like,
Okay.
just like, because they're going to be in Hartford and everything else, right? So so I get a screenshot from Brittany about how she messaged him. She was like, exactly, like, you did a great job on the show. We need to see you on there more often. By the way, I think Jessica really deserves New Kids on the Block tickets. And it was I didn't say a word to them. Philip never told me that Brittany messaged him either, but I knew she had messaged him. And so then yesterday was Thursday, and my husband was off work, and we're sitting on the bed and we're just talking, and out of nowhere he just goes, I'm not sure about tickets. I've just been looking at tickets and I'm just not sure. And I'm like, what are you talking about? Because, like, I'm just not even thinking at that point. And he's like, the those tickets. And I was like, oh, okay. And so I'm like, well, let me go look. And so we're in this discussion about tickets. And I got New Kids on the Block tickets yesterday. So the only thing that would make this story right about friendship and the importance of telling each other's husbands that is Miguel there right now?
Is the Big D there right now?
He's in his office. He's running late. We were supposed to leave.
Get
But
Miguel on the phone and get Big D on the phone. I want to talk to both of them right now. I want to ask
Vicky,
Miguel what he feels like having a cock in his room without him there.
Oh,
Why he's
God.
allowed to bring that in.
Oh my
Miguel is in his office, and my husband is in his office. But so the only thing that would make this best friend trifecta right is if Danielle gets a goat.
I'm gonna message Miguel and say, "Hey, dude, you sounds like you need something else with horns in the bed."
There it is.
I
You
mean,
need
goats. Horny.
the goat needs to happen is all I'm saying. And with that, thank you guys for joining me for this lovely segment. And before we go, we're gonna sing a very happy birthday to Brandon Croucher. Here we go. Happy birthday,
Happy birthday
to
to
you.
Brandon.
Happy birthday to
To him.
you. Happy
Yep.
birthday, dear Brandon. Happy
birthday
birthday to
to
you.
Thank you. Thank
You're
you in all
welcome.
seriousness.
Have a great day, and we'll be back right after the break. Here we go.
Breakthroughs are about more than you might think. They're about discovering who you are, digging deep, reaching to the core of your soul. They're about healing yourself, understanding your beliefs, creating a ripple effect. And it's not just those initial moments that matter. It's about using them to bring more joy into our own lives and the lives of others. It's about having fun, letting loose, enjoying every moment life has to offer. It's about finding a safe space. It's about creating connection. Join us each and every day for exclusive programming, special events, and a community to call home, where we invite you to explore, change the way you look at and live your life, and go beyond the breakthrough. So we ask you, are you ready? We'll see you online at thebreakthroughshow.com.
Welcome back to Project Joy Live. It is Friday, Fun Friday. In fact, April 26, 2024. I hope I don't know what the hell happened the first half of the show. I have no idea. I'm just the host. I just made the show. Whatever happens on a Friday. Which is always fun. Listen, I know Danielle, you have places to go as well. So if you need to go, you need to just be like, I need to go.
Okay.
Just
He's running
say-
late. As per usual.
It is his problem. What happened was he was probably watching Pitch Perfect again, and just
He
that's
does
what
have a
happened.
TV in his office, so
See?
wouldn't be surprised.
See, we know that's what happens. Let's talk about what's happening around the world today in the Daily Uplift. Here we go. So in National Days today, do you guys like pretzels? It's National Pretzel Day.
Oh,
I love pretzels. What's your favorite kind of pretzel?
I don't have a favorite.
I have some gluten-free pretzels, but they're still just as good to me. And I like dipping my pretzel, like a salted pretzel, and I like dipping it in like yellow mustard.
In the mustard. In the
Yeah.
mustard. Do you like to dip your pretzels, Brittany, or have it plain?
Yeah, and it depends on what kind of pretzel it is. I like to dip it in a nice vegan cheese sauce. That sounds really nice. Or if we're doing a a sweet pretzel, then I would want to dip it into like something sweet. It just depends. And I like
Icing.
mustard too.
Yeah.
Some kind of icing, yeah.
Yeah. Yum.
I'm hungry.
Nothing else matters now today. Since you have cats, Danielle, we should let you know that today is National Hairball Awareness Day.
Oh,
Yeah, so just FYI, be on the lookout. Thoughts and prayers to the cats around the world. Uh, so any friends joining us from South Dakota, it's National South Dakota Day today. It is also National Help a Horse Day. Love that. Help a horse. It's also National Richter Scale Day. And I am, Richter scale is a scale that's used to measure earthquakes. And ever since that one that happened in New Jersey recently, I went and got this app called Lastquake. And it's pretty nifty. And you don't realize how often earthquakes really do happen around the world until you get this app. And so they have like significant ones, which show, I think, like 4.0 and above on the Richter scale. And then you can show all of them. Since we have been on the show, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There have been 6 earthquakes around the world since we have been on the show.
just this morning?
Yep, since 9:00.
Wow.
Oh,
Since 9:00.
wow.
And now significant ones is a little bit of a different story, but in the last 24 hours, there have been 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 significant earthquake. That's like no, I guess it's not for anything that's considered significant. And the cool thing about this app, so they come up like this. And if you have any that are near you, it will alert you
Oh.
hey, and if you feel any earthquakes, you can there's a button here that says I felt an earthquake, and you can put that in there. I don't know if it I hope that there's some kind of somebody checks into it before it takes my word for it, because it could just be them doing construction across the street again.
They're always doing construction over there.
They're finally almost done at the middle school. Finally.
That's crazy.
Because they were
Finally.
supposed to finish forever ago.
Oh yeah, we were told we started renting here summer of last year, July of last year, and we were told they were going to be done by the fall. And it is now almost summer of this year. But at least the fencing is down now, so we don't feel like we're extras in The Walking Dead anymore. So there's that.
Yeah,
That's a positive.
Yeah.
Let me see what else is going on in the world today. So you should get that app, Lastquake, if you're interested in the earthquakes and whatnot, and just neat to look at. I guess it's a good thing to have too if you're traveling a lot and you don't know if they have earthquakes where you're going. I don't know. But it's also at a little memory jog this morning. It's National Arbor Day today, which is the last Friday in April. Remember when we used to get the little trees in school for Arbor Day? Did they do that where you were, Brittany?
Not that I remember.
They used to give us trees. They would come in with the little tree seedlings, and everybody would go home with a seedling for Arbor Day. And it was very. I wonder how that little tree is doing that I planted in my grandma's backyard.
I know mine died a long time ago.
Thoughts and prayers. Thoughts and prayers to all those little seedlings that didn't make it.
Yeah.
I love it.
Didn't have a chance with me.
I have to go out and check on my little potted plants that we're trying to grow this morning, because we had a freeze warning. I know if we had a freeze warning, it's got to be cold where you are, Danielle.
Yeah, I have some dead plants already. Yep.
Great. That's great. This is supposed to be Project Joy, everybody. And now all we can talk about are dead plants. And National Hairball Day. So why don't we celebrate some birthdays instead?
Happy birthday to you.
Happy birthday to all that are celebrating today. We already said Brandon had his own birthday segment because I didn't want to hear about him whining about nobody telling him happy birthday. So he already had his own segment. So happy birthday, Brandon. If you didn't catch that before, it was Brandon Croucher's birthday yesterday. In addition, in the world of celebrity, you know who has a birthday today, ladies? Channing Tatum, 44 years old today. Happy
Ooh.
Oh.
Also, Melania Trump, 54 years old today. Happy birthday. Kevin James, 59 years old today. Tom Welling. Did you guys like that show that used to be on Smallville? I used to love Smallville. Tom Welling, who played Superman himself, 47 years old today. The incomparable Carol Burnett is 91 years old today. Love
Oh,
that.
wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
All I'm gonna hear, I'm gonna have to watch some Annie. And she was fantastic as Miss Hannigan and Annie. And then Tian Watkins, the T, she puts the T in the TLC, is 54 years old today. T-Boz.
What? She looks good though, still.
I know. 54 years old today. Love it. In the celebrities in my life, Petya Burns has a birthday today. She's turning the big 4-0 today. Love it. And Lisa Marie Pepe has a birthday today. Happy birthday to you, ladies. And Miss Nancy's joining us this morning. Facebook isn't telling me her when we go live. I highly recommend that you subscribe to our calendar. You can go to the breakthroughshownetwork.com, scroll down, there's a calendar, hit that subscribe button. And then also, StreamYard is having issues, just for everybody, FYI, with streaming to personal Facebook pages right now. So you got to make sure you're subscribed to our YouTube channel, to the Breakthrough Show Network Facebook page, and not just to my personal page, because sometimes stuff happens. You got to make sure you find us where we are. But I appreciate you trying and being here this morning, Nancy. Her peaches are doing great, so that's wonderful. I love it. I got some peaches from Nancy when I saw her a couple years ago. They were wonderful. And her pears too. Love it. All right. With that, let's get we're gonna sing happy birthday again. Here it comes. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday. Now I'm distracted. Happy birthday, dear Channing Tatum, Melania Trump, Kevin James, Tom Welling, Carol Burnett, Tian Watkins, Petya Burns, and Lisa Marie Pepe. Happy birthday to you. It's that Muppet energy. I'm posting that clip as soon as we get off here this morning, by the way.
I can't wait.
I don't know sometimes what happened. I've lost control of my own show. It is what it is. It is what it is. Listen, coming up on the Breakthrough Show Network later today, we have our Pomodoro co-working session happening at 9:55 a.m. Eastern Time. Check in. We work till 12 noon Eastern Time. And then we have an all-new episode of The Breakthrough Show coming up this afternoon at 1 p.m. with actually someone that two of us on the screen have met in person before. Adam Foley is going to be here at 1 p.m. Eastern Time to talk about rising beyond addiction and how he's been able to move from struggling with addiction in his life into owning his own business, and really just on that journey of growth and trying to find yourself and be your best self every single day. So make sure you tune in for that at 1 p.m. Eastern Time today. And then tomorrow morning, we have Soul Saturday Morning Coffee at 9:30 a.m. And next week, we have a jam-packed week. So my suggestion, again, is go to the breakthroughshownetwork.com, scroll down, you'll see a calendar, click that subscribe to the calendar button, because there's going to be too much, so much that I'm probably going to forget a lot myself. Is what it's going to be. Thank you so much, ladies, for joining me for Fun Friday today.
Thanks for having us.
So much fun.
Yes.
Always fun and always a little crazy around here.
Put me in a better mood.
Yes.
Good. Yay. And tell Miguel, today is a great day to buy a goat.
Yes.
Absolutely. I'm going to send him this clip. Miguel, put the pitch perfect down. Go get your wife a goat. She deserves it today.
Sure.
I'll send you a voice note to back that up too, so that and it will be to Miguel, so you can play it and let him hear it.
Yeah. Okay.
Nice.
We're working together here. We're working together.
The group effort. Yeah.
It is.
Mhm.
It is. And Phil's on board too. Phil's on board too. He'll send one as well.
Oh.
It's going to be great. It's going to be great. I'm your host, Jessica Dugas. Thank you so much for joining us today. Join us next week for all the goodness that is happening on the Breakthrough Show Network. And I want to remind you to make joy a priority in your life today and every day, because you are the joy. And we'll see you next time. Bye, everybody.
Bye.
Try